What up, peeps? It's your girl, Dr. Come Back to Real Takes. Well, it's that time, guys. It's reaction time, and this is to The Night Agent. This is for the 10th and final episode for season 1, titled Fathers. Now, the last episode was a lot going on. It was a doozy, but we are finally here. It looks like Chelsea and Maddie are heading with her dad, the VP, down to Camp David to talk to the president, unbeknownst. That some stuff also might be popping off, might be trying to get rid of the president, him, VP and Gordon. Looks like Farr might not have been in the know, kind of keeping her out of this because they don't think she has any control over the situation with the administration. Hence, from seeing what happened in episode 9 at the beginning with her coming in to clean up his mess, and then now being that the president wants to keep Farr, want to change up some of the dynamics of administration, and of course that works to the VP's favor. As you see, he's like, oh really? When he had a full-out rant about Zadar during the briefing. So we see Zadar does, show up, I think 4 o'clock or whatever. Of course, gets into some sort of, security agent's vehicle. At first, when it started not to stop, I made a comment, please get out. Like it was going to blow up right then and there, but they chose not to. They're going to have him go to Camp David, him and the president, and they're going to do what they're going to do. Now, mind you, Farr looks like she was like, I don't want no part of whatever you're planning, whatever, I'm out. Goes back, opening up, drawers and taking money out, whatever, trying to set herself up. And then I'm like, Peter and Rose like, oh no, honey, you're going to get us to Camp David. We're going to stop this. You're going to have to come clean, because once the president knows what's up, I really wish that she had told the president what he did and how they tried to come to her to coerce her to help him, because then she would be on the right side. But now it's like, you're too far in this, honey. You've been trying to clean up a lot of mess. What the VP's doing with Gordon, of course, Gordon don't give a damn. Like, really, I'm not feeling him. I already know the naivete for the VP, and then putting his daughter's life in risk, whatever. And then you see what happens to the guy Wesley because of what happens to her being shot by Ellen. It's just a lot going on. I'm here for all because I'm really looking forward to the conclusion of what's happening. That title really makes me wonder, are we going to get a little bit of understanding of some stuff really went down with the betrayal of what happened with his father? Him might have been set up with the way things, turned out, and people thinking it was him. Hence his conversation with his, his godfather. I'm just really curious about that part with this title. But that could also mean VP and his daughter Maddie. But yes, I'm curious to see what's going to happen. So with that said, you guys, let's go and jump into it. Say the rest of my thoughts then, you guys.
Bring that?
Yep. Let's see what you're going to show those college recruiters.
You can't guard me.
Oh, yeah? Prove it. What's going on here, Alex?
We gotta search your place, Pete.
You're messing with me, right?
I'm afraid not.
No, Pete. I'm sorry, too.
The Metro bombing ahead of time. I had nothing to do with it. I was only involved in the
Cover up? Yeah, that's a lot better.
If the public knew about every fuck-up or scandal, society would collapse on itself. If Travers hadn't ordered a night action, none of this would have happened. But after we found out the Campbells met with Zadar, we had to assume they told him he was the real target. The investigation had to be shut down.
You knew?
Yeah,
What's your name?
Walter.
Walter. Should I have packed for a longer stay?
Just like to be prepared.
That's why you chose me for night action, isn't it? Just in case shit went sideways for you, you could use me as a fall guy.
Almora, can I get a comms?
That's a no-go. Calms it down. They're working on it. I'm headed to go talk to him at Aspen. I can have him meet you at Laurel. Just follow Walter.
She's on her way. I'll explain more tonight.
Ma'am, Pop's drunk.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I don't have time for this. Unless you want to be responsible for an international crisis, you need to open up the fucking gate and I won't ask for your names and commanding officer.
Oh.
What is this?
Somewhere we can be safe.
In a group setting, indoors. Wait here. I have to talk to Cletus.
How did you go to the property?
There's no fucking time.
Calm her down. You're not supposed to be here this far.
Oh my God.
Where's the crew?
Close frequency. Go ahead.
Hey, back up. East of Aspen Lodge. Sutherland is here. Laurel Lodge, you're closest. Do you copy?
Copy, Laurel.
Still tied up here? All set.
That's right.
The president is now the enemy.
What?
I will protect you, though.
Dad, please. Stop whatever it is.
Is Redfield in place?
Yeah, I dialed it in. We have 6 minutes.
Hey, you got this.
I didn't have a choice. Right?
Do what it takes, and I'll be here when it's over.
Boyle, you on track? Tickets confirmed. Good. Make sure you're close to the building when it happens. If for any reason the first one did not hit, be ready for that contingency.
What are you looking for?
Black Pelican case.
I told the photographers to stash their equipment in the other room. Stop what you're doing and find the nearest exit. Preston Travers is on her way here. There's a bomb in this building. You need to get everyone out now. Right now! Go!
I'll tell everyone. Everything. And I'll fucking tear you down.
Ira.
You need to evacuate the building. All agents, we have a code 2 at Laurel Lodge. Do not enter. There's a bomb in the building.
Copy that. Diverting. There's a bomb at a present. This way.
Call it off! Call it off! Right now! Help! Help! He's got a gun!
What the hell? It's done. Mr. President?
Oh, really?
Drop it! Now listen to me! There's a bomb on Marine One! It's ready to blow on this door! Drop it! That's how you kill the agent! Check the chopper for IEDs. Don't kill us! She's not both!
She's fine.
Ooh.
Want to say hi?
Heard the explosion. Is she alive? Look at you, lying here like this and still thinking of others. When you're standing trial, I'll be in the front row watching while you clear Peter's name and tell the world what you all did. Until then, I'm just gonna have to be patient. Peter. Rose. Please come in.
Think there's Uncle Gordon Wake?
Not yet. We'll find him though.
I want to know the truth about my father.
I want you to know that when you're ready to come back, the president has a spot for you in the detail. It comes at her personal invitation.
Protection, even after you testify.
Yeah. I turned her down.
I heard that too. Why?
I need to start learning how to take care of myself.
Today serves as a guarantee of a truncated sentence should a conviction occur at any point. Do you understand?
I understand.
And where did it lead?
He'd agreed to become a double agent. He was in the process of being prepped for deployment, but the plan backfired when he was killed by a foreign assassin to stop him from helping us.
Was it a car accident?
No.
What should have said?
The night action program runs deeper than you realize, reaches farther than you can imagine, across continents. How would you like to be a night agent?
Call me when you get there.
Only if they let me. I don't know when it'll be. I promise you, I'm gonna call you, okay?
And when I do,
better pick up.
I will. I kind of owe you one.
Yes.
That's for you. You'll be able to unlock it when you leave American airspace.
You tell me where I'm going?
That'll explain everything.
Leaving USA?
All right, you guys. This final episode of season 1 was so good. Everything came ahead. Like I said, with the title, you see the situation with Maddie and her father, being that her father took her to Camp David, took her down to the secret location so they could stay in there with his, Secret Service, all the while just setting it up so he could be safe while everything else is happening above with the real president, with Zadar visiting Camp David. Now, mind you, of course, Chelsea's up there with one of the other agents, a rogue agent, whatever, waiting for, instructions. Mind you, it's being timed. There is a bomb in one of those actual briefcases. It's been planted in, I think they said, the Laurel House. They're dealing with, setting up some food, like some sort of, picture photo op thing on top of them proceeding there. And the woman makes a point like, oh, well, I told them to put all their gear in the other room. That's when they're able to locate it. Now, mind you, with that being said, you're finding out also one of the agents, Briggs, I said it when they showed them getting off the plane. It's like, I just don't trust him. Yeah, you're rogue. And he's dealing with Wick. And he's like, certain things get thwarted at first because, of course, Diane's able to get in there. She's able to kind of get past the actual security at the checkpoint so she can get in there to Peter and Rose. They're in the trunk. But then you see once she gets in there with Amara, and all of a sudden Briggs starts shooting up whatever. Now she shot, he shot, and killed. But then in the instance, she has explained far to Rose and Peter that there's other sections of places they would put or take the president if she's possibly might be in danger. Eventually, they can't do this because all the cops, comps are out. They can't get to them, so they have to use Rose to kind of get into the system. All that. That guy's, not a good guy. He starts having a knife fight with Peter. Just like, who can you trust? So, mind you, with that, we're dealing with the situation where we see, in the end, one of the bombs, before it goes off, of course, everybody's kind of being asked to get out, whatever and all that. The cops come back on. They're trying to let them, so they're able to divert Zadar, and the president away. So that bomb goes off in Laurel House. But before, I'm glad that, Chelsea was able to save Maddie, because Maddie was like, I want out of here. Like, you can stay here. He's fully protected where he's at, but then no, I want out, or I'm going to tell everybody what you did. He lets her out because, of course, he only cares about himself, because you really don't care about your daughter. If once your daughter said, let me out, you should just let her out. You've done damn trying to talk about, it wasn't your fault. Why are you bringing up my sister? This isn't your fault. It was my fault. Whatever. No, I want a fresh start. It's like, everything is about you. When you explain to her why you're doing this, he's a terrorist, he's this. The president, she doesn't see, she's a threat to her. No, the only threat here, honestly, is you. The fact they've come together, they're trying to work together and all that, and here you are still doing what you're doing. You've already caused casualties from the beginning with the bomb on the metro, and here you are trying to kill him, and on that top, kill the president so you can be president. He's just a mess. Now, mind you, with that being said, they get out, but then they're dealing with Peter because they know it's another bomb. What is it on the Marine One? So he has to, pretty much grab the president. She somewhat kind of goes along with it, saying, no, check this. They go in there at first, they don't find it. But then they're like, no, something. And that's when they're like, they jump up, get back, and it blows off. That's when the president realizes, what he's been doing or whatever's been going on with him is true. By that time, when they open up that down below bunker that the VP's in, him thinking, he's okay. It's like, he's my daughter. It's like, and there shows Chelsea comes like, you want to see her? The look on her face, like, we alive. Daughter looking at him like, yeah, now you about to be arrested. Diane, so she got shot in the back, and you see the speech that Rose gives, like, you know what? No, I'm gonna make sure you stay alive. You're going to jail. I believe that you feel guilty, whatever, but it's too late. She should have told the president from jump, because then, we got to progress the story. I know, we probably wouldn't have got this many episodes or whatever. Maybe it could have been something differently done in the story, but no, we needed it and it happened this way. So you chose not to do the right thing. I don't care if they came to me. I would have went to the president and told her everything. I'm like, I'm not going down for you. I'm heading somewhere. You need to come in. I would have said this happened at this time. Then I would have took whatever, my little slap on the hand. So at least I'm not locked up in jail for covering up. all the casualties of what this man and his little side, buddy doing whatever and all that. But I can tell you one person who got away with it is Gordon. He got all that money. He's somewhere. Who knows? He might come back. In previous season. Excuse me. I don't know. But needless to say, when that guy breaks, like, am I doing the right thing? And he's like, yeah. He's like, he says, go ahead and go through with it all, and I'll be here. All the while getting out of that Escalade, going inside that daggone private jet so he could just. I've never cared for him. I said, you will turn on anybody. You turn on Diane quickly. You turn on the VP, knowing who had his daughter kidnapped, whatever, and all that. That man's only about himself. He's proven this since day one on all the episodes we have seen of this man's face. Don't care about nobody but himself. That's why he rolled up out. Undisclosed place, whatever. I probably didn't tell the pilot, whatever, until they up, whatever, so nobody could verify that. He's been doing this long enough. He knows how to get out of certain situations, clean. And granted, we still the VP, but he got off in the win. Out of everybody, he's the one that gets away with it. I'm just like, wow, I gotta give respect to that. Like, he did all the harm he's caused, but he still got out of it. Now, needless to say, I like how the president chooses to show, because he finally decides, and with a little bit of push from Rose, the situation with his father. You see the beginning where they show the FBI showing up at home. They need his, laptop, his phone. Then they wanted his son's phone. Like, no, I'm not giving you nothing. But then all of a sudden they just, have to take him down, whatever. He's not arrested, whatever, but they got to check all his stuff. But needless, you see him watching it. Come to find out, he was taking money in payment and all that. But then, as you see, the president says, in the end, because when he looks at the camera, he knows his son's going to eventually see this. He's like, I'm sorry. And that's when Peter knew. He's like, him not being able to pretty much at the time when he was younger, because it shows, 11 years ago, that my father was innocent. He didn't get to prove himself, and then all of a sudden he ended up, being killed. But come to find out, yes, he was killed, but not the way he thinks in some sort of car accident. Oh no, it was the people, when he was becoming a double agent, and when he was working on that side, getting that payment, they didn't want him relinquishing any type of information, so they killed him. So it's like, he wants to know who killed his father. So what I'm thinking, and I'm going to get into that in a second. So I'm kind of glad he has some sort of clarity, even though he was mad at his godfather because he didn't want to believe. He's like, when I found out information, all that, I expect, like, it's probably, he said, if you found something, he would have no problem. But now it was like, everything that they had for all the information that his godfather working for, some sort of, I think, paper or whatever, clearly did not put his father in a good light, and now he knows the truth. So with that being said, I like how you see the scene of Chelsea, talking to who's now her new boss, saying that, you taking some break. She's going to speak, in honor of Eric. His character is so sad. Still, I'm just so sad about that. And then also her other boss, but definitely for Eric, even though she claims she didn't know what. But I love those moments where they show them talking, discuss things about his daughter, what he went through, when he got shot, all that, doing the detail, learning certain things, that can help you with doing better at your job, that she took a couple little, little gems from him. And I feel like, I'm glad she chose and changed her mind to speak in his honor. Also knowing she has a position, being security detail for the president. So I love that. I love seeing how the president offered a little chance for Peter to see what night action can really be, becoming a part of night action. So it looks like he's being given some, orders to go off, I'm assuming, and get trained and prepared to be said night agent. Excuse me, I said night agent. So I'm actually curious to see this. Now, I did hear that we are getting a second season, so I like that this opens up where we get to see certain cases and all that, but also hopefully they'll go back and gravitate where we might get to see him trying to figure out who is the, his father was, possibly a double agent, but knowing when he was working with those people getting that money, who actually killed his father. Because he's probably going to want to know. I don't know if he wants to lay rest, even though he's probably mad at the fact of, not to say the betrayal, of just not knowing what his father was really doing and thinking, everything was on the up and up, but knowing these people killed his father, who are you? So that'll be very interesting with that also. And also seeing the president again, knowing that we'll have Chelsea as her, right beside her as, that's, security detail would be great. Love that Maddie decides she wants to just, do things on her own. She had to testify against her father, so now he's going to be going to jail. Love that. Same thing, like I said, Diane Farr, whatever and all that, Rose let her have it. The look on her face, she's saying, oh yeah, you're going to jail. Years go by, she said, I'm just going to wait. It's like, I'm patient. I want to see you rise. Like, no, you're not going to bleed out over here. I'm going to make sure you stay alive so you could be, arrested and locked up behind bars. So yeah, this was a great episode. Definitely full circle. So I'm looking forward to seeing what will be in store for season 2. And I just like, how everything kind of came from circle. We kind of got a lot of questions unanswered and things kind of, fall into place with understanding what's going on, with what was happening, with the VP, with Diane, with Peter's father and all that. So again, with that said, you guys comment below. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next reaction. You guys take care.